And if you're wishy-washy and you don't believe it yourself, why is anybody else going to believe in you? So that's why just having confidence, and if you got to fake it till you make it, fake it till you make it, okay? But if there are some people in your life that say, listen, I'm cashing in my favor. I am working on a really big goal. I know that you know, and you have some of the most amazing friends and family members and contacts, and I'm looking to build a business of sharp, dynamic women. Mary Kay may or may not be for you, and that's perfectly okay with me. But you could pay me no bigger compliment than to have a private event with me as the guest of honor and to invite and bring your favorite friends, family, and coworkers. And listen, I can't really afford to take no for an answer, so go ahead and name your price. What's it going to take? And whatever she says at that point, you better believe I'm going to find a way to make it worth my while, to make it worth her while to work with me on this. Everybody following me on that? Okay, so it's those same few buzzwords that I'm using over and over again that I'm just, once you get those down, they're literally ingrained into the fabric of your vocabulary. Like you can say your ABCs, you can tweak them and customize them for every situation so that you don't feel like a robot trying to recite a script that doesn't sound like you at all. Okay? Now, here's the thing. The deal breaker is every time the biggest kickback you're going to get to this is she's going to say, I don't know 6 people. I can't get 6 to 8 people there. You know, I want to help you out, but just, gosh, I don't know if there's any way that I could do that. I guarantee you, you're going to get that every time. So don't let it derail you when it happens. Okay? Expect it to happen. And here's what you say. These are your words of magic. Are you ready? You're going to say, I tell you what, let's start with how many you do think you can get there. And then I'll see if I can't work my magic. Don't argue. Don't try to talk her into it. Don't get defensive. Don't fumble. Don't stumble. Don't freak out. Don't say, okay, thanks for trying. Say, listen, no problem. I'll tell you what. Let's start with how many you do think you can get there. And I'll see if I can't work my magic from there. And right there you start to help her brainstorm. Who do you know at work? Who do you know in the neighborhood? Who do you know at church? Who do you know at school? Who do you know in the kids' programs? Who's on your Facebook? Who is in your cell phone list? Who's on your Christmas card list? Okay, but that's what you say to the hostess. That's how you get her on board with the hostess plan. No problem. Let's start with who you do know, and I'll see what I can't make happen from there. Now we've got the hostess plan. Now we've got the booking. Now what we need to do is switch gears into coaching, pre-profiling, and confirming the appointment. Now we've got it on the date book. Y'all with me on that? The appointment is on the date book. We're clear on our hostess plan. We have her clear on the hostess plan. This is where the 6 to 8 people per show hangs in the balance of your business. This is where the show actually holding hangs in the balance. I remember learning from a dear national sales director mentor of mine. She said one time, just in passing, she goes, you know what? People will kill their sister. No, she said, women, a woman will kill her sister for a free eyeshadow. And you know what? I have built my entire business on that one idea. Literally, women really will do crazy things for a free eyeshadow, but let them pick the color. Don't be giving them the dumb old, ugly old, out of stock, funky color. Okay? Let them pick the color, and then they feel like they're totally in control. So the rule here is bring a friend, get a free eyeshadow. Bring a friend, get a free eyeshadow. That right there will double your attendance at the class if you get them all on board to pick their own eyeshadow. Okay. My recommendation is that you pre-profile the hostess first. And what I mean by pre-profile is you are getting the names and numbers of her guest list. And a lot of times, if we're not approaching this correctly, the hostess can balk right here and you never get the guest list. So the key is to pre-profile her first so that she understands what's happening, and that way she doesn't misappropriately think you're going to become the Mary Kay stalker to all of her friends, right? Because she doesn't want you hitting up them and making it seem awkward. And she doesn't know you could be the crazy Mary Kay lady. So this is where you prove that you're cool, okay? So what you do here is you pre-profile her, and you can go onto my website and use the pre-profiling script that is there. But basically, when you're doing that, you've got two major objectives. When you're pre-profiling them, number one, you're connecting with her and building rapport more than anything else. You're a real-life person holding a real-life appointment. The words for that are on my website. The second objective in pre-profiling is get her info, help her understand. By getting her info that's going to customize the appointment toward her, you're piquing her interest because she understands, oh, there might be something of value for me in attending this appointment. It's not just the same old spiel that, a lot of people think, oh yeah, I had a Mary Kay facial back once in 1987, so I don't ever need another facial. Okay, and they think it's all the same. Well, why wouldn't they think that? Okay, so this is where you have to recreate that message and that impression for them. So you pique her interest, you show her that there's going to be value, she understands what's in it for her, it's not just a casual come and go. You get to establish those parameters with her in that quick 30, 45-second conversation. And girls, I'm talking quick, okay? And you'll see all of that in the script. But I want you to remember, I want you to rewind to something we were talking about a couple of minutes ago. Remember the importance of structure in your solid schedule. Here was the structure that I had. I want you to think of these two phrases every time you think of pre-profiling and getting your appointments to hold within a solid structure. I want you to think of Collection Friday and Spotlight Sunday. Collection Friday, Spotlight Sunday. These are totally goofy phrases that will only mean something to you because they're going to jog your memory now to your structure and to your solid schedule. Here's what Collection Friday and Spotlight Sunday did for me. Collection Friday meant my deadline for all guest lists. For them to get the free eyeshadow was the Friday before the appointment. Collection Friday, Collection Friday, Collection Friday. So I was collecting all the guest lists by Friday to get the free eyeshadow, for the hostess or the guest to get the free eyeshadow. Okay? Now here's what would happen. The hostess would get a free eyeshadow also. If I got her guest list by Friday, she would get a free eyeshadow. That was the free eyeshadow I'm talking about right there. Now, let me explain this, because Spotlight Sunday comes around 2 days later, right? Spotlight Sunday is when I sat down every Sunday afternoon and made my calls. Now, I'll tell you what that looked like in just a second, okay? But nobody ever has their guest list to you on time. We just don't, okay? It's unhealthy to expect it on time. And if you look on my website, there's a script in there about, and I think it says no-shows, cancellations, postponements. Oh my! Okay, that script will help you work through minimizing and completely eliminating your no-shows, cancellations, and postponements. But the whole point of that is Collection Friday for Spotlight Sunday. In other words, I start checking on those guest lists Friday early in the day. She's always going to say, oh, I forgot her. Oh, I'm still working on her. Something along those lines. No problem. Okay, and I might go back and forth with her a couple times during the day on Friday or throughout the course of the weekend. But the point to all of that is by the time I actually sit down on Sunday to make my calls, I've got the calls to make. Because if you wait until Sunday to start scrambling for the guest list, you're never going to have the guest list in time to make the calls.